20 years ago, Sharon James was faced with an impossible decision: whether to keep her fourth son, still a tiny baby forming in her womb. Sharon and husband Andrew had discovered a couple of years earlier that their second son Zach had a rare, degenerative and terminal illness called Sanfilippo syndrome. Sanfilippo syndrome is an extremely rare genetic condition that affects a child's metabolism, resulting in severe damage to the central nervous system. It is part of a group of rare diseases caused by the absence of a specific enzyme. Doctors told the couple there was a chance of the same fate for their unborn child.
When we were told, Zachary was 3 days off his third birthday, and they told us that this uncontrollable 3-year-old trashing the office was the best we could hope for, and Zach would be lucky to make 13 and we'd be grateful when he passed away because of all the things that are going to go wrong.
But Sharon says she was sceptical about the diagnosis.
I did leave the hospital and believed that if I treated him normal, he'll be normal.
Sharon and Andrew James had discovered after learning of Zach's disease that they both carried faulty genes, which gave their children a chance of having the condition. By the time Sharon was pregnant with her fourth baby, she had 2 unaffected sons, Richard and Josh, and 1 affected, Zach. Doctors told her that her fourth baby had a 30% chance of having Sanfilippo.
So basically I would have bought a 70% healthy baby. So I wasn't willing to take that chance. I don't know what it would be like to abort a pregnancy. And I don't know what it's going to be like to bury a child either. So, wish I didn't have to do either, but yeah.
Jordan tested positive for Sanfilippo at 18 months of age.
It was bad. It was really bad. I only have contact with one of my sisters. The other 2, it's too hard basket. My mum's the same, and Andrew's mum's the same.
Too hard basket?
Yeah, their grandchild's going to die. It's really hard for them to cope.
At 24 and 19 years old, Zach and Jordan have already outlived the doctor's lifespan predictions. Sharon and Andrew employ 3 carers on a casual basis, but are also full-time carers themselves.
They're amazing, you know, and when, if nothing else from Sanfilippo syndrome, I will take away friendships that you just never thought. You know, some of the carers, there's no way known I would have picked them as a friend, you know, those sort of things. And they come up with some amazing ideas. The girls that work with the boys at the minute, they're something special.
Sharon left work after Jordan's diagnosis, and Andrew later sold his painting and decorating business.
I'm a strong believer of just putting your priorities back in a jar, shaking it up and start again.
The James family have met other Australian families dealing with Sanfilippo at conferences run every 2 years.
You know, I once attended a funeral of a young boy, and I just said to the mum, you know, if there's anything, just let me know. And she said, I am so sorry. And I said, what are you sorry for? She said, you have to do this twice. When you first find out, you put 150% into finding a cure. And then as my boys have got older, you realise the cure's never going to be there for them, never. You know, they have the cure, but they can't administer it. The testing, they can't get it past the blood-brain barrier because it's got to get into the brain. So they've got to work out some sort of, you know, transport. And it all comes back down to the funding and also the awareness, you know. I mean, if this was leukemia or cancer, there'd be so much out there because they're so much more affected. There's only 50 with Sanfilippo syndrome in Australia.
Sharon says funding and fundraising for a cure is done by parents themselves. There is no financial support from government, and it's still as little known as it was 20 years ago when she first heard of it. She says she's learned to appreciate a lot in life despite her boy's terminal illness, and has valuable advice for parents facing a similar situation.
Get a video camera and be blessed with every day. Find the little things that they do. Just appreciate every day.